Gennady Golovkin has become the WBC middleweight champion of the world. The World Boxing Council has approved Saul Alvarez's decision to vacate the title of the world's middleweight champion. However, according to boxers' representatives, that was a necessary step. Golovkin and Alvarez had to find common terms on the fight until May 24. In case of a refusal, the Mexican boxer would have lost his title, and he did. Alvarez jumped before the gun, having stated that he would definitely meet with the Kazakh boxer, and now he's not restricted in time.
Absolutely, and Gilberto and I spoke, and he had the flexibility to make it happen, knowing that this is good for boxing. He could have put obstacles, he could have been greedy, he could have been...
greedy?
No, but it's very common.
You're my brother. Anything you don't need to ask me. We'll do it. That's it.
Disrespectful move by the WBC because a lot of us feel like they were trying to avoid Canelo having a face shoot. What are your thoughts and how do you feel as far as that?
I'm not getting into none of that, man. I'm here to fight Brandon Adams on Saturday in my hometown. That's the main objective of everything today. So, you know, I'm the new WBC middleweight world champion. You know, usually if a champion don't want to fight as mandatory, then he gets stripped of the title. But at this level, Canelo has done a lot for the WBC, and they wanted to keep him a champion. So they moved a new belt in called the franchise champion. That, you know, it is what it is.
And history repeats itself. But before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss your latest boxing news. And Canelo Alvarez does it again. And what do I mean by that? Well, this is what I mean. Canelo Alvarez wants and plans to make Jermall Charlo a superstar like he did with Triple G. What? WTF, WTF, WTF. Yeah, that's right. And while everybody is whining and complaining, there's one person who's not complaining. It's Jermall Charlo. Even though he would have wanted to fight Canelo, he knows deep inside that why fight Canelo for $2-3 million when he can fight Canelo for $20-30 million. But he knows he's not quite there yet, even though he has all the tools and everything a superstar requires. He got it all, but he hasn't shown it like Canelo Alvarez has shown it throughout his career. And that's when the merchandise belt comes into action. You see, this is when you realize that Canelo is from another breed. You see, Canelo is going to have to show all these boys how to become a superstar. You see, Canelo was and grew up and came up into the rank fighting all them veterans, the Mosley, the Miguel Cotto, the Floyd Money Mayweather, all these mega superstars that ruled during the first decade of this millennium. And before you even said that I'm just hating on Charlo, nah, I'm not hating on the man. I like the man, and I want the man to make $20 million if possible. But as you can see on his resume, he got the goddamn Triple G syndrome. If he's not facing Canelo, he's not facing anybody. He's been chasing for Canelo, and he forgets about everybody else. Hey, if you are so good like you are, then you shouldn't be fighting guys like Brandon Adams. It's that simple. Okay, let's at least say it's your first defense. I give you that. What you need to do is to go back to those days when you were the king at 154 pounds. When you were knocking all contenders. Everybody that wanted it, you would just giving it to them. That's what you need to do now. And I think by becoming the WBC World Middleweight Champion, you will be able to become what you want to become, a superstar. Because now everybody wants you, all them top undefeated contenders. And let me explain you something. I don't want to be saying here that you need to go defeat Andrade and every undefeated black fighter they put in front of you. Nah, cut the bullshit. Every time I hear a channel, somebody talking, oh, these black fighters need to face this black fighter. Stop the bullshit. Cut it off. Danny Jacob didn't face any single black fighter to get to Canelo Alvarez. He faced Mora, he faced Triple G, he faced some Latino guy called Luis Arias, if I don't mistake. He faced Matt Zaleski, he faced Dervasenko, whatever his name is. All undefeated fighters, not a single black fighter. So I don't think that's the answer here. You don't need to go face your local brothers or whatever. You know, you can just face the best of every country, like a world star do, like Canelo Alvarez do. And now Jermall Charlo will have the opportunity of becoming a world superstar. And that's what this is all about. Hopefully he takes advantage of this and does a better job than Triple G ever did, because Triple G is still facing fighters that, you know, if he doesn't face Canelo, then he goes back to what he do, you feel me? Which is facing low caliber of opponents. Now I think Team Charlos understand this very well. Like, for example, don't get me wrong, his brother Jermall Charlo did around almost 2 million views during his knockout last week on Fox. But that was Fox. Everybody got Fox. Y'all remember when Triple G used to get 1 million point some 2 million views in HBO, but then he went to fight on Lemieux on a pay-per-view. Remember how many did he? Like 76,000 pay-per-view buys. And I think they don't want to repeat the same mistake with Jermall Charlo. Hopefully he has a sensational performance when he fights during this weekend, so he can start building up a resume. So one day he can be a real deserved challenge for the new merchandise belt. But one thing I can guarantee to all them Charlo fanboys, don't you worry about. Mr. Charlo will have his shot, and when he do, he will make lots of money. So don't be so salty like them good boys fans. Thank you for watching.